God, it's a peacock bass right here, bro. He just swam in.
That idea, that perception that Florida is whatever we may say after that, right? The reality is it's the same as anywhere else. You gotta get out there and fish. You gotta get out there and find them. You gotta get out there and do what you gotta do to find those fish, get on that pattern, and keep catching them. And we have not found that.
Down here in Florida, you know, the third mecca of bass fishing.
You think about expectation, man, we had to set high, right? And that happens in fishing. You set your expectations really high. And when you do that, if you've been angling long enough, you know, probably shouldn't go that far.
We come to Florida and there's one specific fish that you can come and catch here in this state that, you know, you can only catch here in the Amazon, you know, South America. You can't catch it anywhere else. And that's a peacock bass. It's like, you know, that's a fish that's been on my bucket list since I can't even remember. You know, I know that's a fish that's been on all of our bucket lists. Like, we travel 3.5 hours, man, 3.5 hours to South Florida. You know, 7-hour round trip. You know, we get up early, get all the boats and all the gear loaded up. We've got this idea in our mind that we're going to go down here to South Florida. You know, we're gonna run down here south of Naples. There's canals everywhere. I've been talking to everybody out here. Man, I need some intel on South Florida. What's the deets? Hook me up with the juice. Where are the peacock guys?
Bug. Yeah, so you got some bars on already.
Sweet.
That's a fish right there. Oh my God, it's a peacock bass right here, bro. He just swam in. Oh my God, bro. No, he just swam right into here.
Interesting, you know, take to this whole entire thing, because it's like you say, you know, to make a drive like that, you know, not only, you know, we're here just to fish, but, you know, we're here for a specific reason. But it's like, you know, how many opportunities do we get to come to a Florida, you know, in the year and actually come out here and put in work like this to put fish in the boat, you
The water. What did he say? He's talking about expectations. He comes off the water and says, we've been pulling up 6-pound peacocks all morning.
Yeah, man.
How'd y'all do out there?
Pretty good, actually.
Where were y'all chasing?
Snuff.
Yeah?
Snuff. We got peacocks, we got bass, we got a little carpet.
What's the juice on the peacocks?
NLBN. Low swim baits or crappie jigs.
Yeah, so he said this is the juice. So it's a NLBN, like a little paddle tail swim bait.
Yeah.
With a this like wild looking head on it.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
small? 2 inches, 3 inches?
It's about 3 inches total. But then he also said that they caught him on crappie jigs.
I don't think I have my crappie stick.
Yeah, well, no, they threw it on big stuff. It's just they were throwing these crappie jigs. It said basically you just taper the leader.
Yeah.
So basically you cut the, however you do your leader, you just snip it at where it's at an angle so that you can actually get it through the hole. And yeah, he said they caught, but they said they went a good ways back in there. But he said they caught snook, they caught a smaller tarpon, they caught a bunch of peacocks, like all of them were over 6 pounds.
And then you think about like just the weather, you know, it's like, you know, again, you know, this is not something that we're necessarily used to, is the, you know, these extreme changes in weather. Like we're getting these freak flow through storms that just blow through and they're gone in 5 minutes. And it's like, I mean, a lightning storm that just comes out of nowhere, dumping rain, 5-6 inches of rain, and it's gone in 10 minutes time.
Yeah, but I mean, like we may catch like just the barely the outside edge of
It's
it.
been like that though for the past hour and a half. You know what I mean? We've been kind of waiting on it to pass, but it looks like it keeps building right there at the coast.
We get on the water, we start moving around, and the fish is non-existent.
I don't know what kind of beds those are, but that fish that was in there was like white. Oh my goodness. No. But they're just swimming through here. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, now we cooking with gas, boy. Let's go catch us some fish. Bro, the spot is loaded with fish. Bro, they're not even looking at this thing, man. I'm watching a peacock bass literally swim right by this and not even touch it.
We make the cast, we find a couple, we see the fish.
See fish.
We see
We're
fish.
seeing them.
And that's what makes it so much worse, is just the fact that we see this fish. We're right here. We're this close to sealing the deal on this fish. And we can't get this thing to eat, man.
I'm on the camera like, okay, here it comes. Here it comes. And cast after cast after cast after cast. And nothing happens.
We make a million casts at these fish. We literally throw every bait you can think of at this fish, man, to get this thing to eat. Swim baits, jigs, chatterbaits, everything, curly tail worms, you name it. And this, I mean, literally when you're swimming a bait and slamming it into the side of a fish's head, and they just won't even eat it. They just, oh, what is that? Oh, cool. And keep it rolling. Like, it's like, dude, what are we doing wrong?
That idea, that perception that Florida is whatever we may say after that, right? The reality is the same as anywhere else. You got to get out there and fish. You got to get out there and find them. You got to get out there and do what you got to do to find those fish, get on that pattern, and keep catching them. And we have not found that yet. But But I was cruising back just thinking, like, how incredible to
Absolutely.
get out with my friends and go into the middle of the Everglades. Terrified of alligators, by the way.
That we never
I
even
One.
saw.
Didn't see one.
Exactly. Expectation there. No alligators in the Everglades.
In
It was
Florida.
it was your singing.
In Florida.
In Florida.
Now there is an alligator story, but it wasn't on that canal, which was literally in the middle of nowhere. Oh my God, no! Bro, he got my Chapo, no! Bro, you do not know how fast he was. No, you don't know. You No, bro. I can't believe that just happened. Let go of my Chapo. No. No.
We live with that forever. You
Exactly.
know, we will carry that around with us forever because it's not always about the fish, you know, because the reality of it is that anybody can go out and catch fish, you know, but you have to have a mindset to go out here and chase these adventures. You know, it's not something that, you know, a lot of people are actually willing to get out here and do because a lot of people don't understand that these adventures exist, and, you know, and that these opportunities surrounding those adventures, how big of an impact that can make on your life by just getting out here and just doing it. You know,
Right.
Sure, it would have been awesome. It would have been phenomenal to catch one of those fish. You know, but sure, we get another chance to come back and try to do it again at some other point in time. You know,
Right.
But you know, those moments, we'll never get those back. You know, because those memories that we share will live with us forever. You know, that's
Right.
not something that can be recreated. We're right here in the heart of Winter Haven, Florida, you know, which is right on the chain of lakes. You know, we're literally surrounded by water. You know, there's so many different lakes around us, you know, so many different diverse fishing areas. And it's like, even that, you know, we've put in so much time on these bodies of water. You know,
Right.
we've literally fished 9 of these separate lakes out here. And it's like, I just don't understand like where these fish are at, you know. And we fished on a lake, you know, yesterday that, you know, that was probably the most diverse of all of the lakes that we've fished since we've been here. You know, again, we come from Texas, you know, we're used to fishing things like, you know, certain types of grass, typically a lot of wood and timber. You know, that's one of my favorite things to fish. And it's like, you know, we get to this lake and finally we got some diversity. You know, there's timber in here. You know, there's, you know, sparse pads and things like that. And, you know, the grass is not as gummed up in there where, you know, you can't really rip through it. And it's just like, dude, where are these fish at?
We expect to be catching bass. Now, again, we've all caught a bass or a few bass, not many bass.
I've caught one.
Right. Yeah, I mean, even your bass. Great bass. Rob's bass, great bass. I've caught 2 dinks. You know what I mean? Jacob's bass, pretty good. But I mean, we barely got a limit between the 4 of us.
Bro, we're seriously sucking down.
Yeah, Robin, you're watching through the lens all this happen. I mean, you know, it's like you said earlier. Even when we're fishing the chain, you're watching the frog go across the water. You're expecting the blow up to happen, which the grass here is phenomenal. You're expecting a fish to just bust out of it, eat the frog.
We had huge expectations, but we're flying blind.
Yeah.
You can get all the juice and all the intel you want to do, but I mean, it's 90-some degrees outside. That's the lake across the street was 91 degrees.
Just being able to remember that it's not always about the fish at the end of the day. It's about the experience. And this is a once-in-a-lifetime type of experience to come down here and be able to fish with my best friends and have, you know, this type of thing happen, you know, to be here together and to all be on this struggle bus. You know, it's not just me that's out here sucking, it's all of us sucking.
We're sure to clarify that anybody we talk to, it's not just we can't get, there's 4 of us.
Where all of us are not catching any fish. So, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, this is a killer adventure. Right. You know, this is one, you know, that we'll carry with us for our entire lives. Oh, bro, screw South Florida. This canal is trash. We gave it a go. We've been out here how long, Charlie?
It's at least 4 hours, maybe 5.
5 hours. South Florida sucks. Well, we came, we saw. We gave it a good hard try. It just didn't work out.
I did get permission to shoot inside of one.
And a little cross breeze that kind of just.
I know, just gets you going. I know.
Ooh, I'm calling the police. Oh no!
I like that maneuver, the pivot. Oh, yeah, right on the old nutsack.